Okay, thank you, Council President. I have a brief presentation. Several meetings ago, the council approved um, the resolution for Revolution, New Jersey, and I'm actually taking off my PIO hat and putting on my New Jersey State Historical Commissioner hat to explain briefly to you um, what Revolution, New Jersey is. Revolution, New Jersey is a statewide initiative, and it's designed to promote tourism from 2024 to 2033, with most of the events taking place in 2026. And it's a commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution. If some of you recall the bicentennial Crossroads of Revolution that took place in 1976, I'm sorry. This is 50 years, and I can't believe it was 50 years ago, but the bicentennial celebration plus 50 years is what Revolution, New Jersey is all about. There's events beginning this year in 2024. The big year will be 2026, and it's a once in a generation opportunity, and it's for towns to highlight their unique Revolutionary War history in their community. It's about bringing tourism together, and it's all inclusive in terms of telling everyone's story from the Revolutionary War, including the patriots, the loyalists, enslaved individuals, and anybody from that time. So it includes everything. And here's three quick facts about the Revolution in New Jersey and why this is an important part of our history. George Washington spent 1/4 of his time as general leading troops in New Jersey, and I believe that there's 2 documented cases of him actually being in West Orange. I don't know if it's fact or fiction. There were over 600 battles that took place in New Jersey. So everywhere in every corner of our state, there's something to do with the Revolutionary War. And the Delaware River crossing, which was followed by the battles of Trenton and Princeton, which of course are in New Jersey, was the turning point of the war. So what does West Orange have to offer? Well, there's actually several things. We have the Jemima Condit Diary. We have the Torrey Corner History. We have the Williams family clock. We have Mary Williams marker. We have St. Cloud signal beacon. And I'm going to talk just briefly about a few of these. The Jemima Condit Diary takes place from 1772 to 1779. And she was a young woman living in West Orange from 1754 to the year she died, 1779. Actually, what's in the Pleasantdale section of West Orange now. And she kept a diary. And that diary is in the possession of the New Jersey Historical Society. I'm sure you all remember the Boston Tea Party from grammar school history. Well, she actually has an entry in her diary that talks about that. And even more importantly, April 19th, 1775, the so-called shot heard around the world. The news to that arrived in West Orange and is recorded in her diary. So that's certainly very important. Our Torrey Corner history, of course. Torrey Corner was a location where the Tories gathered in West Orange, and there's a marker there that it was originally called Williamstown. It became known as Torrey Corner around 1770. It's named for British loyalists. The name definitely dates to the Revolutionary War, and the marker was dedicated on July 1st, 1976. So there is a lot of history right in our downtown in Torrey Corner. Of course, there's the Williams family clock, the clock that belonged to the Williams family. The Williams family was divided over the cause for American independence. Nathaniel Williams, who this clock belonged to, left it in the safekeeping of his brother Benjamin, and it passed through 6 generations of the Williams family before it was discovered at a flea market in Illinois. I was able to purchase the clock and have a cabinet, a period cabinet placed in, because it's just the clockworks. And it was actually featured on a episode of Drive By History right here in council chambers. Of course, the Mary Williams marker, that was one of the first markers that we dedicated, that we installed at Downtown Alliance. I believe that was 2016. And that tells the story of Mary Williams and the history of the Williams family. So downtown events could be centered around this. A rededication of the marker as a downtown event certainly would be in order. And this is just a picture I threw in of the marker before I installed it at her actual grave site in the old burying ground in Orange. And then some quick items that, can be centered around what we do. I have the 1783 Yorktown surrender map. It's original, and it could be used as a tool in teaching. I also have a 1787 newspaper where it writes about George Washington becoming the first president. So these are all teaching items that could be built around any sort of presentations of our Revolutionary War history. We're a little state with a lot of wow. That's the catchphrase that's being used. For this. And just as a recap, this is a statewide initiative that promotes tourism, ongoing support, and programs. I don't have it listed here, but it's all inclusive in that it's including all perspectives from that time period to be promoted as part of teaching programs. So what are the next steps as we plan the future of our past? And as I mentioned, events are beginning already this year, but the West Orange call to action for the council would be to establish an advisory committee to plan townwide programming. And more importantly would be to appoint a liaison to Essex County. Now, just as towns have signed up for Revolution, New Jersey, counties have. There's 21 counties in New Jersey. Not all the counties have signed up, but Essex County has. And the purpose of this would be that there are already programming that we can tap into. We don't have to necessarily create our own. There's a mobile vehicle that's going to be traveling around. There's going to be tavern talks, and there's going to be other programs. And these programs will trickle down from the state level to the county level. So by West Orange appointing a liaison to Essex County, we can tap into the resources that the state has to offer in terms of making this a success and in promoting West Orange and the rich West Orange Revolutionary War history that we have. In fact, I would say in certain respects, actually unique history that we have. So that would conclude my presentation, and I would entertain your questions and answers if you have any.
Thank you, Mr. Fagan. Do any of my colleagues have questions for Mr. Fagan?